Y'all, my Poshmark sales are in the gutter. It is a Monday. I have not sold an item in 3 days. That is over the course of the weekend, and I have not made a sale in 3 days. For a closet that has 23,000 items in it, I should be making more sales, and I normally do. So in today's video, I'm going to be looking at the little data that Poshmark does give us to see if I can't figure out why. And then I'm sharing 3 tips with you on things that I'm trying to do to combat these Poshmark sales and still be able to hit my goal. I'm going to say first and foremost, there's not a lot of data. Poshmark does not support us and give us that much data, so it's going to be kind of taking a guess in the dark. Let me know what you guys are noticing on Poshmark and what you think could be contributing to this as well. So we're going to go into Poshmark, and if you guys are new or you don't really know where this is, let me show it to you. Let me show it to you first. We're going to look at the data. They've recently-ish, within the past year, maybe 2, given us more data, so I can kind of see that my sales are actually down. It's not really a gut feeling, but I am in, if you're on the app, you can go to order, or you go to Closet Insights. On the computer, you're looking at order activity, and then down on My Closet Insights. I've selected 12 months, because I want to kind of look year over year, not just a gut feeling, but what is it doing January over January, because we sell in a seasonal, I'm women's fashion. It's very seasonal, right? Especially with the holidays just becoming over. So it's very seasonal year over year, as well over month. How is it things going last month? So if we scroll down, you can click on this little button right here, and it's compared to the previous time period. So like I said, I'm looking at 12 months, and then I clicked on the previous time period. Friends, look at this. So February, March, I was doing good. This was all on track. September, October hit. November, it cranks up. December and January fall off. Now, before I tell you what I think is going on here, you can obviously, my January is crap. I don't think I have had a month this bad on Poshmark in the entire time that I have been selling. I'm at $600. It is the 23rd of January. You may not see this until February. We'll see when I get it released. But $600 on Poshmark for me, right? So $600 for some people, great. For me, you can see this is obviously not my normal. So because Poshmark doesn't give us much more insight, I don't know what my traffic's doing. I don't know what certain, closet clear out offers, all these things. I don't know how those are performing compared to years past. What I do know is take a guess of what new feature was released around this time period. And I'm going to tell you. You don't have to guess. I'm going to tell you. It is Poshmark live shows. And this may or may not be it. It may be complete conspiracy. So let me know down below. Unfortunately, Poshmark doesn't really give us much more data to go off of. All I can do is look at the charts that they give us and speculate on what I think is actually going on. And look, Poshmark shows came around here, right? Wasn't it PoshFest happened in October? So PoshFest was happening in October. They said there was a new algorithm update at PoshFest as well. And so, oftentimes when there's a new algorithm, things happen on the platform as well, September into October. Now you're like, hey, Sarah, but your November was killer. Do you want to know what I did in November? I partaked. I did Poshmark live shows. I did. They were awful. I will link a video up here on how they performed for me. But at the end of the day I was making $2 an item in profit, which is significantly less than I make in my normal day-to-day selling. And so I did do it. I had early access. I did it, and it just was not for me. But that is why my November is killer. I have not done a Poshmark live show in December. I have not done one in January. Now, is it the Poshmark live shows? Are they taking our sales? Okay, so some of the sales, I've been in and out of the Posh live shows, watching and kind of figuring out what's going on. Some are making sales, right? So people are going and shopping that way as opposed to just buying in the app. Is it a large percentage? I don't think so. They don't give us this information, but when I get on, there's 50, 100 shows, but compared to the total amount of listings, that's not that much compared to the total amount of listings, right? Even 100 sellers compared to the millions of sellers, hundreds of thousands of sellers that are on Poshmark, it's a low percentage. So is that where their people are buying from the Poshmark live shows and not necessarily from my closet? No, what I think is the bigger picture of going on, I think it's twofold. One is the algorithm has changed. The Poshmark live shows are being shown. Get on the app. What comes up? What is being promoted? It's the Poshmark live shows. They are taking off with this, right? So if you're getting on the app, that's where they're taking you to first, not necessarily to a listing. And then the second thing is, and I've heard this from a lot of people, let me know down below. I'd be interested to see the numbers on Poshmark. Of course, they don't give us that data, but the sales, the people on shopping Poshmark, I feel has decreased. I feel it's decreased based off of my sales numbers. Obviously, less people are buying directly from the store. Now, is it because they're buying from the Poshmark live shows? Maybe. Is it because they get on and they're getting notification after notification after notification about all these Poshmark live shows and they don't want to participate in it? That's what I think is going on. I have heard so many times, I'm sick of these notifications. I think people are getting annoyed with it and just not getting on the app at all. Now, this is complete conspiracy. I don't have data to support this because they don't give us access to the data. The data I do have is saying that my Poshmark sales are absolutely down. This is the one thing that I can think. I have not changed my listings. I list consistently every single day, 10 items. Some could be economy, but I'm going to show you what's happening on eBay right now, and my eBay sales are actually up year over year, right? So some of it, yes, could be the economy, but I'm not seeing the same impacts on eBay. And this is where we're going to get into 3 things that I'm doing to combat these sales. And it's coming from eBay because I'm on 2 platforms. I'm only on 2 platforms. I'm wondering if maybe I should get on a third. Let me know down below. If my Poshmark sales continue like this, I'm not going to hit my goals for the year, for the month, if my Poshmark sales continue like this. If you guys have tips and tricks of things that you could be doing, that I could be doing on Poshmark, let me know. I use Posher VA. I will link it down below. You guys get 20% off if you use it. So my closet is being shared. I'm sending out offers. I'm sharing other people's closet, all the Poshmark algorithm things that they want you to do. I am currently doing. I've been on Poshmark. I'm an ambassador. I've spoke at Poshmark Posh Fest. I have my shirt on today, actually, surprisingly. I've spoken at Posh Fest. I've made videos on the algorithm. I'm fully aware of how Poshmark works, but if you have tips that can kind of kickstart you think of things that are going on right now, let me know. All right, let's jump into the 3 tips of things that I am doing. It is all coming from eBay. So I want to show you, this is a Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard. It is a Google sheet. You can purchase it down below if you want to see your information as well. Lots of other charts on this as well. But look here, we're looking at my platforms. You can see eBay's my boo. My highest items sold and my revenue and my average sale price. Anyway, definitely more of a volume on eBay. But look, we're looking over here at this chart. Let me go ahead and go in so you guys can see better. We're looking at this chart right here. The blue on top is my current year, past 28 days, and the bottom, the light blue, is the year before. So you can see my eBay is actually up. My Poshmark is about a third of what it was last year. So yes, could it be the economy? Maybe. I definitely have done a lot of videos on the economy, so I think that is a play in what's happening right now. But I am getting results on eBay that I'm not getting on Poshmark, and here is why. I am using Sell Similar, which I also do on Poshmark, different name, but similar thing, where you end your old items, and you relist them as new items. I do 40 a day on Poshmark. On eBay, I have only recently in the past couple of months started doing Sell Similar. There was some debate in the community that I couldn't ever figure it out until I went to eBay headquarters and spoke to executives. I wasn't really sure that this was a strategy that I wanted to try. I'll link a video up here that gets a little bit more in detail into it. And then I'll also link a video up here if you guys sell on eBay about the eBay Open, the things that I learned from going to headquarters. It was the most information I've ever got straight from the site. Anyway, so I am using Sell Similar. That's a new strategy for me. It's absolutely working. Obviously, my volume on eBay is there over Poshmark, but it's helping my sales not be down to try and combat what's happening on Poshmark. I am sourcing smarter. I'm focusing on brands that sell higher ASP as I can find them. I'm wondering if maybe I should work on increasing my average sale price a little bit more. If you're wondering how I'm doing this, we can go ahead and take a look at the Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard. No, we want to look at this chart. we can look, this is another chart that's going to be in there. If we scroll on up, this is my categories. I'm focusing on that, but the brands, sorry friends. One more, there we go. These are the brands that are providing me the most gross revenue. I am really honing in and focusing on these, looking at, I can tell you, we're looking at Coach, Free People, Athleta, Nike, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, The North Face, Stuart Weitzman, Juicy Couture, UGG, Brochu Walker. That was just one item I've never found anything else in that brand, so that's kind of a one-off. Michael Kors, Cut from the Cloth, Kate Spade, Spanx, Steve Madden, Eddie Bauer, Burton, Victoria's Secret, and Kurt Elliott. Now, I will tell you down here, this Nike that's not great. I have a video on that. I'll link a video up here. It is my top gross revenue brand, but there's a reason that's not great. I'm focused on sourcing smarter to make sure that things are going to sell. And then the last thing that I'm doing on eBay, again, is promoted listings. I'm messing around. I'll link a video up here of the last thing that I did. I'm messing around with promoting the listings. If you don't sell on eBay, you're kind of new at eBay, you can basically buy ad space on their app or on their website, on their platform. You can basically buy ad space so that your items are showing up in over 100 places. The nice thing about this is you'll only pay, if you do promoted listing standards, you only pay if it sells. You only pay that %, and it's giving you more exposure, and you can mess around. You can try it, right? So on eBay, you can try it, and I can look at my analytics and say, okay, that was a little bit too high. That did provide me some results, and figure out exactly how to make more money on eBay. If you guys like this video, do make sure to save, share, and like it so that more people can see it as well, and consider joining my memberships to support the channel and more content like this. YouTube thinks you'd like this video. I'll link a playlist on here of how to make money reselling, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button.